everybody. This is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 2 in season number 5 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. We are here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Kidz Kolorz 500, the traditional second race of the season here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. And we got 42 drivers in the field, as always, here for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, ready to get a spot into the chase. Of course, if you win and you're not a part-time driver, you will be in the chase for the Season 5 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. So that is what is at stake here today. And we got, let me think about this one here, 37 guys in the field with an opportunity to do that. Josh Marzak, the winner of the Daytona 500, is already in the chase. He has nothing to lose, but he's going to definitely go for the win here today along with the other 41 drivers. It's going to be a good one here for the Kidz Kolorz 500. I know that name might not necessarily seem like the most ideal name for an NR 2003 race, but my good friend Riley White, who unfortunately isn't in the series anymore, gave me the name back in 2014, and he's a great friend of mine, and I decided to keep it, and it's just a tradition to have the name for this race. And it's a tradition for me to explain it every time I do this race as well. But anyways, let's go ahead, get these guys to roll off here for 50 laps of action around the Atlanta Motor Speedway. And you guys are going to see the starting lineup either on the bottom of your screen or scrolling up, one of the two. Anyways, starting on the pole for this one here today is the number 6 of Caleb Hoffman. Alongside him, it's the number 98 of Larry Ike. And we got the number 95 of John Arndt starting alongside the third place finisher in the Daytona 500. Nicholas Samvideo came oh so close to winning that race on Saturday, but just couldn't pull it off. We got Tristan Allen and Tyler Selzman in row number 3, Aiden Shepard and part-time driver Landon Napa running in row number 4. Then it's Stuart Gratton and Cameron Black in row number 5. Take a look at the rest of the starting lineup either on the bottom of your screen or scrolling up. Notice here that Cameron Gadju failed to start. We're going to go ahead and reset it, and then we'll get to the race here at Atlanta. And everybody is rolling off this time, so a little bit longer here on the pace lap to the green flag, but hey, no worries. It's summer and most of us probably have a lot of time. Of course, it's summer up here in the northern hemisphere. I know some of you guys live in Australia and it's winter for you guys right now. But hey, you know what? When you guys are having your summer, it's freezing cold up here in Pennsylvania. So, yeah, you guys get better weather down there than we do. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this one started, shall we? 42 drivers in the field, as always. The starting lineup should be completing right now. Caleb Hoffman and rookie Larry Ike, opposite ends of the spectrum for experience here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Hoffman's been in every single Chick-fil-A Cup Series race. Larry Ike, this is only his second ever start on Napa Fan. Let's see how this whole thing shakes up. The Kidz Kolorz 500 is green at Atlanta. Hoffman with the run on the inside. John Arndt in the number 95 going with them. We're going to see a lot of pack racing here to start off here at Atlanta, but if this thing does happen to go green for a while, we'll hit pit stops, and that will split the field up a little bit and spread out. So this pack racing isn't going to stay throughout the whole race, but until we get pit stops or a caution, actually, if we get a caution, they're going to stay bunched up. But until we get pit stops under the green flag, these guys are going to be racing in this big pack, passing very frequently for the lead. Hoffman was able to lead the first lap of action. You can see the speed difference in these cars compared to the trucks yesterday. I can just see it here. The trucks, they race rather slow because of the high downforce on those cars. But here, these cars have a lower downforce. Not as low of the downforce as the Small Cup Series has now, but it's still a very low downforce, and these cars have better engines, a little more horsepower in them. And because of that, they run quite fast here around this Atlanta Motor Speedway. You're going to see the average speed of the race, if these guys do happen to stay green, possibly go up into the 200s. Stuart Gratton led for a moment there, but it's going to be Davey Johnson who leads lap number 3 after John Arndt led lap number 2. Here comes the winner of this race last season, Garrett Zanor in the number 16. He won it in very stunning fashion. The Daytona 500 winner, Gabriel Wanderlei, was passing him for the lead on the final lap. but Wanderlei came into the pit road. That allowed Cameron Black to get a run to the inside of the 16, but Black did not have enough, and Garrett Tenor was able to take home his only victory of the season last season here in the Kidz Kolorz 500. Trey Barto was able to lead that lap. Here comes part-time driver Landon Napa. They got the number 78 of Matt Tuck here on the inside lane. Another custom car. We got 2 new custom cars running in this race, I'm pretty sure. Noah Cars in the 42. And got the number 1 of Alex Bonsinor here. And here comes the Daytona 500 champion, king of the world right now here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, Josh Marzak. And he's on this inside lane, pushing Bonsinor and Cars to the lead. Matt Tuck was able to lead lap number 5. He falls to the outside lane, and Noah Cars takes first place from him. But here comes Alex Bonsinor in the number 1, trying to get a run to the inside of his teammate in Chip Ganassi Racing. And he's going to be able to do it. But here comes the Daytona 500 champion, Josh Marzak, in the number 34, coming off that impressive victory on Saturday, going for the lead on lap 7 of 50 here in the Kidz Kolorz 500. Here comes Jordan Newman in the number 7, Jacob Reed and Christian Master on the inside lane there. Haven't seen any 4 wide yet, and that is good. It's usually when they go 4 wide when they crash. It's usually when they crash is when they go 4 wide. And fortunately, we have not seen that yet. We went, I think, at least 30 laps in last season's race under green. So, it's possible these guys could make it to the first set of green flag pit stops before these guys crash. However, it's when they're coming off of the pit road. If they happen to be coming off double wide, it doesn't usually work out too well sometimes. There goes Blaine Keys, 3 wide underneath of Christian Master and Jacob Reed. Here comes Cameron Gaju in the 32. He's moving his way on the inside lane. The 20 of Michael DeFeo, the 43 of Jesse Turner on the inside behind him. It was Blaine Keys that time, and the average speed right now is 205 miles per hour, but it might change here as we have 4 wide, and that could cause a caution. That's Barto, Napa, and Sinor. They were 4 wide with Josh Marzak, but they fan it back down the 3 wide. Good job by those guys there, avoiding a major crash. There goes Bryce Lofor to the inside of Stuart, or not Stuart Gratton. I'm thinking Gratton, as Nicholas Gratton drove that car in Season 4, and Stewart was the first Gratton that came to my mind. That's Jesse Turner in the 43. Here comes John Andrews in the 30, his first race of the season in the part-time number 30. Elijah Gordon in the 24, and Garrett Tenor found his way back to the inside rather quickly here. That's a good sign. If you can get yourself to the inside pretty quickly, it's a good sign that you're going to stay up front throughout most of the race. And same goes for Jordan Newman. Newman's been behind Tenor here basically this whole time. Newman was running up front here just a moment ago, and he found the inside lane once again. Elijah Gordon to the inside of Bryce Lofor for the lead. Elijah Gordon won the 100th ever Chick-fil-A Cup Series race earlier this year in season number 4 in Talladega. Fun fact there. So Elijah Gordon definitely a good driver, but that is his only career win in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. He only has 1 win in this series. Jordan Newman on the inside of the 41. My apologies to Hera Jalard and Alonso. I thought I had your custom scheme in here, but I think I told you that the yeah, there were lines on there, and it wasn't too good there. I'm sorry if I'm messing things up with you. That's been on my mind lately, and I just completely forgot. But I'll try to get the custom scheme in as soon as I can. My apologies there to Hair Joe Larp and Alonso. Number 5, going for the lead. The good thing is all the cars are equal. So Alonso there going for the lead underneath the number 7 of Jordan Newman. Here comes Bonsinor. Bonsinor found his way back to the inside pretty quickly as well. He's got Tristan Allen and Cameron Garlington behind him. We got the truck race winner Griffin Lynn in the 38 on this inside lane. Stuart Gratton right, or no, that is not Stuart Gratton, that is Eric Almenhart in the 10 behind the 38 of Griffin Lynn. Nicholas Samadio moving his way back up through the field. Nicholas Gratton in the 17. And outside pole sitter Larry Ike on the inside back in there. I'm going quite a ways back there on the inside lane. Don't necessarily need to do that quite yet. Anyways, Alex Bonsinor going to lead lap 14 here at Atlanta. Here comes the 2 of Tristan Allen. Of course, we call him the NRLOA Super Speedway Master, and even though this is not a super speedway, it races like one. As you can see, we're racing in this pack with a lot of passing. It fits Tristan Allen's style here. But that might change here soon. I think pit stops will be beginning here shortly. We're on lap 16 of 50 now. I think the fuel runs about 20 laps here at Atlanta under the 3 times strength, or 3 times as many pit stops as you normally have in a regular race. That's what it's kind of called. But still, I think it's about 20 lap run on fuel. Bonsignor was able to stay single file for second, and because of that, he's going to get a run to the inside of Tristan Allen for the lead. And Nicholas Samedeo, you know he's upset about losing that Daytona 500. He definitely wants to get a win and get into the chase. And a couple guys coming in, John Arndt, and I think that's Seth Cole behind him in the number 80. Nope, that's Matt Dallio in the 88. The 88 and the 83 have similar colors. But that actually split the field up, so that's a tough break for all the guys that got stuck behind those guys who just came in. Leader Alex Bonsignor coming in with Nicholas Samedeo and the rest of those guys. Eric Almenhart's going to stay out and lead lap number 17. Griffin Lynn, Ben Clark in the 55, Hergel Arvin Alonso, Christian Master, Cameron Black, Josh Crash, Abe Troxel, Jacob Reed, Cameron Gaju staying out. Here's John Arndt and Matt Dallio. Both of those guys came in on lap 16 of 50. They are currently on lap 17 right now, and they are also currently a lap down. There's Eric Almenhart leading the rest of the guys down the pit lane. Take a look and see how the other guys are faring as they are coming out to the racetrack here. Griffin Lynn in the 38 is actually staying out even another lap in his ride. He won the Truck Series race yesterday. He's going to be in the Truck Series chase once that starts. So Griffin Lynn stayed out 3 laps longer than Matt Dallio and John Arndt. Very, very interesting there. But I think this guy also stayed out along with Griffin Lynn. So that's going to hand the lead over to Alex Bonsignor in the number 1. He has 1 career Chick-fil-A Cup Series win. That came at California last season as a part-time driver, driving the number 30. Here he is driving the number 1. And I'm sure that's a very special ride for him. But it looks like Eric Almenhart's actually going to beat him off the pit lane here. I don't know if Aiden Shepard's on... yeah, I think these guys are in the back. Like Shepard and Keys, they're deep in the field right now. And I'm pretty sure the leader is going to be Eric Almenhart. Okay, Eric Almenhart is second. Griffin Lynn's on the same lap as these guys. This is for the lead between Almenhart and Bonsignor. So a 2-car breakaway for first place between the 10 and the 1. Nicholas Samedeo, Tristan Allen battling for third place. John Arndt in the 95's on the lead lap here. Coming in early definitely helped that 95, having those fresher tires. And because of those fresher tires, he's able to get an advantage on everybody else. When everybody else was still on the worn tires, racing a little longer on those worn tires, but he was getting faster laps, longer than everybody else there in the 95. There might be a problem with Bonsignor in the 1. I think there is. Something is wrong with Alex Bonsignor's car, and he's slowing down Jordan Newman and Nicholas Samedeo, but he's not coming in. And Eric Almenhart pulling away in the number 10. I am not entirely sure what's going on here to the number 1, but it doesn't look good. It looks like he's back up to speed. It is possible that these guys got behind Elijah Gordon, because I saw Elijah Gordon hold up those guys. I saw the 24 deep on the apron there, and I think he might have held those guys up. Let's see, where is Elijah Gordon? I don't even see him. That is very weird. I know Elijah Gordon was out there. There might have been a problem on the 24, and it might have happened right in front of Alex Bonsignor. So I'm pretty sure Alex Bonsignor is okay. Looks like Michael DeFeo has a problem in the 20. Sorry, it took me a while to notice that. And I do not see the 24 out there on the racetrack. My, oh my. That's going to shake things up tremendously. Anyways, nothing is wrong with Alex Bonsignor. He's fine in the number 1. It was Elijah Gordon having a problem in front of the 1 that slowed the 1 down and allowed Almenhart to pull away there for a moment. But Almenhart's going to have to hold up John Arndt and the rest of these guys here. And let's not count out Alonso in this big pack here. They could easily catch up to the lead pack before the next fuel run. the next set of pit stops. Which in theory starts the next fuel run, so yeah. Anyways, we're gonna hit halfway through the Kidz Kolorz 500 when we cross the line next time. Must have not had any problems coming off of the pit road there. We'll go ahead and see. The 24 ran out of fuel. Must have had something wrong with the fueling on his pit stop there, because he is out of the race, and Michael DeFeo is on the pit road. Those are the only two guys currently not on the racetrack right now. That's a tough break for Elijah Gordon there. But hey, with the way the championship format is, if you get a win, you're automatically in the chase. With the exception of the part-time drivers, you do not have to be in the top 30 in points, you just have to win, and you will be in the chase. Eric Almenard has done a fantastic job holding everybody off, but he's not going to be able to hold off Jordan Newman in the number 7. He's going to get a run to the inside of him for the lead. Here comes Tristan Allen in the number 2 to the inside now. Nicholas Samedio's here in the 13th. Samedio's last win here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series was Season 3 at Dover. It's been a while since he's won here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. And I'm telling you now, these guys, led by Jonathan Skivnicki, Tyler Selsman, this big pack, I'm pretty sure, is closing up to the lead pack. But the thing is, they're 3 seconds off the lead right now. And I don't think they're going to have enough time before the next set of green flag pit stops to catch up to the lead pack. Anyways, Tristan Allen leading in the number 2. This race is going by really fast here because we haven't had a caution yet. And this is kind of how the real Atlanta race was this season. Back in February, that was a long time ago. The real Atlanta race had one of the longest green flag runs I've ever seen in a NASCAR race. But it was actually kind of neat to see that. And that's what's going on here. No caution in the 29 laps here in the Kidz Kolorz 500. But they're still going 3 wide and whatnot. That's Jordan Newman, Alex Bonksino, Tristan Allen all going 3 wide there. And to be honest, I don't think that big pack is closing in. It might be, but it's just hard to tell. John Art, Eric Almenard now side by side for the lead. If we did not have to have another set of pit stops in this race, one of these 6 guys I think would win, because I really don't see this big pack catching up, like I said they were. But of course I was wrong. Anyways, Jordan Newman, Eric Almenard side by side for the lead. We'll see if that other pack is closing in or not. Only 0.07 of a second that time, so they're not really closing in that much. They're definitely not going to close in before the next set of green flag pit stops. I can guarantee that. And that's basically all that matters, because it looks like this race has a green flag feel to it. The only chance of another caution, of a caution happening, we haven't even had a caution in this race. The only chance of a caution happening is these guys coming off the pit road double file and messing it all up. We've seen that happen here multiple times. And that could definitely happen again if these guys are not careful. It definitely shook the field up in last season's race, I should say. It wasn't a year ago. And it would do the same if it happened here today. Nicholas Samedio to the inside of Alex Bonfino for the lead. These guys are racing like crazy for the lead here between these 6 cars. I'm sure all 6 of these guys have led a lap so far in this stint. The number 95 of John Art now taking the lead from Nicholas Samedio. It's been since Season 3 at Spartan, which was the NRLOA 500 that season, since John Art has won a points-paying race in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Eric Almenard, the Crown Royal Series Season 1 champion, has never won a Chick-fil-A Cup Series race, along with the number 7 of Jordan Newman. Tristan Allen has never won a Chick-fil-A Cup Series race before either. And this is his 3rd season in the series. He's been around a while here, and he still hasn't gotten a Cup Series win. It does appear that the next cycle of green flag pit stops is beginning here on lap 34 of 50. And this is actually quite interesting. It's lap 34 of 50. That's a 17-lap stint from the time these guys came in the first time, with 17 laps to go as they come in. It's 16 to go now. But Tristan Allen leads the field down. Bonksino, Samedio, and Jordan Newman came in from that lead pack. I'm going to go ahead and follow and see who stays out here. Almenhart had a very long stint in the number 10, I'm pretty sure. I think, yeah, he had a long stint the first time around. But he is currently leading. Cameron Black came oh so close to winning this race last season. I thought I saw the caution lights on there for a moment, but it's kind of hard to tell at a day racetrack like this if they are on. But Cameron Black's going to come in now. I thought he was going to stay out, but he's not. So Almenhart, Black, Griffin, Lynn, Cameron Gaju, as Alonso there. Michael DeFeo's a few laps down, so that's why he's staying out. There's Abe Troxel, Josh Crash, Christian Master, Jacob Reed, Matt Tuck. And there's Tristan Allen in the number 2. We'll follow with him here, as I'm pretty sure he's going to end up being the leader. Now we're going to follow here with these guys and see if they go double wide here. There's Larry Ike and John Andrews. They're not going to go double wide. Oh, but Hoffman and Bartoar, they're bumping off each other, and they're going to avoid crashing. Nice job by those guys there. And that's it of the biggest pack that came in. I'm going to follow here with these guys. It looks like that they are all going to avoid contact off the pit road. This thing might just go green to the end of the race. And if that were the case, I'm pretty sure it'd be the first time the Kidz Kolorz 500 has gone caution-free. I have it set at 108% strength, too. But a fantastic job by these guys, and a fantastic job by Eric Almenhart. A great pit stop by the number 10, has a 2.74 second lead on Cameron Black. But these guys are going to close up fast because Eric Almenhart does not have any drafting help, but these three guys do. Cameron Gaju, I'm pretty sure he has won 3 Chick-fil-A Cup Series races before, but all during the chase when he was not a chase driver. Gaju is the only chase driver to have raced in every season of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series and to have never made the chase. And the reason for that is probably because I mentioned that so much. But here he is, running second in a pack, closing up to a car who is leading without any help. And he's got a big shot at winning this race in the number 3, too. A great pit stop on that team to get him up there in this lead pack. Same goes for Cameron Black in the 11. He was not part of the lead pack when that cycle of pit stops began. And here he is running in 3rd place in the number 11. We're going to have 10 laps to go when we cross the line next time by. And I am just amazed by how cleanly these guys have raced in this one. No cautions here at Atlanta with 10 laps to go. 40 straight laps without a caution. But when they were in that big pack, they did not crash then, and they had no troubles getting off the pit road. Trying to get a hair off my screen. It's right in front of the game. If I touch the screen, then it's going to pause the game, and I don't necessarily want to do that, so I'm going to leave the hair there. But that's what happens when you have a touchscreen computer. That's why sometimes it freezes, because sometimes I accidentally rub my knuckles against the outside of the screen, and that pauses the game. And then sometimes I think that happens if you touch the screen where the game is as well. Anyways, we're going to end up with a pretty decent-sized pack here, catching up to Eric Almenhart. Look at these guys building up in a pretty big pack. We got guys like Tyler Selzman here. Herja Larvin Alonso, Griffin Lynn, and Ben Clark, a part-time driver here in the 55, closing up to the back of this pack. This pack is definitely going to close up to Eric Almenhart before this thing is done. But will they be able to do anything with them? Might want to watch here for Michael DeFeo coming back out onto the racetrack. They do a good job here at this racetrack. The pit road, the only problem is sometimes they get into each other if they're going double wide on the apron there, coming back onto the racetrack. But that did not happen here today, and it's good to see that, and it's good to see this race go caution-free. It really is. And we're still going to have a fantastic race here for the win here at Atlanta in the Kidz Kolorz 500 for Season 5 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. This is also going to be one of the shortest Kidz Kolorz 500 ever time-wise because we have not had a caution. Here we are on lap 44 of 50. We've gone caution-free, but we're still going to have an intense battle for the win with quite a few drivers in the field. There goes Tristan Allen to the inside of Eric Almenart for the lead. Here comes Alex Bonsignor in the number 1, helping the 2. We got the 95, the 7. Gaju's in here. As a matter of fact, I think of all these guys in this pack, the only driver who has raced in every season of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series is Gaju in the 32. We have Tristan Allen. He's been in 3 seasons. Selzman's been in 4 along with Alonso. Black's only been in 2 seasons, same with Bonsignor and Jordan Newman. Almenart's also been in just 2 seasons as well. Griffin Lynn is a rookie, and so is Ben Clark. And Gaju's the only 5-season veteran in the field. Yet he has never made the chase before in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. I gotta stop saying that, or otherwise you're never going to make the chase. Oh, Aiden Shepard blew up in the 3. He was running in the back of the pack most of this race, unfortunately. It's a tough break for the outside pole sitter in the Daytona 500, who ended up finishing last in that race. Not a good way to start the season for the number 3. 4 laps to go here at Atlanta. John Arndt out front of the 95. Griffin Lynn trying to sweep the weekend. It's not really a weekend because it happened on Tuesday and Wednesday, but still, he's trying to sweep the race weekend, winning the truck race and winning the cup race as well, trying to get himself into the chase. But John Arndt in the 95, holding everybody off. You know, Gaju's going to do all he can to win this one. He's going to stay single file for second place right behind John Arndt. John Arndt won NRLOA Hobby Stunt on Monday. Can he get his second career Chick-fil-A Cup Series victory here today? He's only going to have 2 laps to go to hold everybody off. 2 to go in the Kidz Kolorz 500 for Season 5 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Cameron Gaju trying to hold off Griffin Lynn. Selzman's going to put Lynn on the outside, and Gaju has a little bit more time single file for second, but he's going to need help to get by the 95. It's going to come down to this. It's going to be the white flag. This time by here in Atlanta, John Arndt pulling away from the rest of the field. Can he get it done? We're just going to have to see in this final lap. Gaju trying all he can to stay in second, but Selzman is pressuring him. And Selzman is going to go for second place. That's going to seal the deal for John Arndt in the 95. 2 more corners to go for the number 95 of John Arndt. And John Arndt racing for the number 95 this season's going to go into the chase for Season 5 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. John Arndt wins the Kidz Kolorz 500 here at Atlanta, a caution-free race. How about that? John Arndt, his second win of the week, his second win in 3 days here on Napa Fan. It's been pretty good for this driver lately. And he's going to be in the chase for season number 5 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Cameron Gaju, I know he wanted that win a lot, and when Selzman got to the inside of him there on the last lap, that was it, and that sealed the deal for John Arndt. How about part-time driver Ben Clark getting a nice 4th place finish in that number 55? Great run for him. But Tyler Selzman, a nice 2nd place finish for him. I think he won here in Season 2. I never mentioned that, but Tyler Selzman won this race in season number 2 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. He had 5 of these races, my goodness. But Tyler Selzman, 2nd place. Cameron Gaju, a close 3rd. It's been a decent season for him so far. Ben Clark in the number 4 and number 55, finishing in 4th place as a part-time driver. Griffin Lynn won the Truck Series race yesterday. He got a nice 5th place finish. Eric Almenart, Alex Bonsignor, Cameron Black, Jordan Newman, and Harrington Arvin Alonso round out the top 10 here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Take a look at the rest of the results right here. My goodness. Elijah Gordon had something wrong there with the fuel on his pit stop, and he ran out of it early on in the going for this one. Michael DeFeo had a problem. He ended up finishing 6 laps down, and Aiden Shepard had a camshaft issue on the number 3. All those guys failing to... Well, actually, DeFeo did finish, but he finished 6 laps down, unfortunately. 43rd place for him. And you take a look at the rest of the results right there. Daytona 500 champion Josh Marzak finishing in 36th. But hey, no worries. He's going to be in the chase no matter what. And doesn't really have to worry about too much in these next 14 Oh, excuse me, 14 races here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. But anyways, John Arndt, the winner of the Kidz Kolorz 500, and he's going to be in the chase for season number 5 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. And that is it for me. So here are the points for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series season number 5. And thank you guys very much for watching. Congratulations to John Arndt, and I will see you guys later.